and welcome to the first ever Prem preview podcast. Today I'm joined by two of my mates, Harvey.
I don't know what to do it too.
How are you both today?
Yeah, not bad,
Good,
mate.
good.
You sure you're alright
Yeah, I'm drinking my orange juice too quickly.
now? Big mistake.
Big long podcast now.
Right, we'll just get stuck into it, shall we? International Week. Premier League podcast, so we're not going to bother too much with that.
Yeah.
However, it's a good time to film because there's nothing really going on in the Premier League. So,
There's nothing really going on.
I don't be a country, it's a whole time to film.
you reckon?
I think so.
Please explain.
Well, because we are the Prem preview podcast and there is no Prem to preview.
Weekend.
Have you? We
Right.
don't, we
It's a
don't
preview, Harvey.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Good time, yeah, good time.
Right. Now that one's cleared up, let's dive straight into it. The first game of the weekend. Man City away at Fulham. How can you two see this one going?
I think it's a big slap for Fulham, really. At the end of the day.
I can't see City dropping too many points at the end of the
No.
season, now, to be honest.
Staying on that topic, oh go on Nathan.
No, carry on.
Sure. Staying on that topic of City dropping points, obviously it's a two-horse race at the minute. If you had to choose the team to come out on top,
City.
City?
100%.
Playing better. Liverpool aren't playing too well at the minute.
No.
They were shite against Fulham.
Yeah.
So, bar a goalkeeping error by
That's good, yeah.
Fulham's number one last weekend. By Fulham's number one last weekend.
Oh, good.
Liverpool don't come away with that game with 3 points. So, Nathan, I'll take your side of the title race a bit more open-minded.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, you're probably more neutral fan on this
United
podcast.
fans.
It's United
Yeah.
fans. However, I'm a host, so I'm not going to be too biased. So, Nathan, why do City have the edge over Liverpool?
Better squad, haven't they? We've got a better squad.
Not think the still being in all the competitions would be a bit of a disadvantage to them? Or
We've got a lot of depth, haven't we?
yeah, not like that.
Their bench is better than even some of the reserves are probably better than most of the teams in the Premier League these days.
Yeah, can I make a point there on
Go on.
busy cup schedules? I think I made the exact same point in the United podcast. I think professional footballers are supposed to be at their peak physical fitness
Very true.
and they're supposed to be able to keep up with the demands of being a professional footballer. So if they're complaining, too many competitions, then fuck off. Well,
Very true.
you know what competitions are there at the start of the season, so if it gets to the end of the season, you're like, oh, we're in too many. It's alright. Okay.
Interesting.
You don't play that many more games anyway, unless you're staying them to the end, obviously, like City are doing.
Yeah.
Like Championship, League 1, League 2, like
They play more league games, don't they?
plenty more, don't they? Anymore.
Yeah, well, it's considerable amount, really.
Yeah, which
Better
is
weeks.
which is an average Champions League run, isn't it? Really.
Well, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Could be a bit of a story, potentially, in the title race with City's game in hand being the Manchester derby at Old Trafford, which if they lose,
Yeah, Liverpool's.
all but hands the title to Liverpool, which Harvey will get your viewing from a United fan's point of
Yeah.
Howard. So he beat City in the derby, but
Yeah, I mean,
you're handing the enemy
So what,
the title.
2 ahead. Yeah, I don't know about handing the enemy the title. But
I think by that point, I think we'll have played 33 or 34, around that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. Well, I mean, they played 35 when they fucking bottled it last time.
Very
didn't
true.
they? So.
That is very true.
Well, I think the thing is, if City get a bit of a, like say, 3 points gap at the top, City won't bottle it.
No.
Like if it's one or two, like maybe, but you get anything over 2, I think City just won't bottle it. Whereas Liverpool, or bottle it from
Comes down to experience
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Still
Those
bottle it
big
from
situations.
5 as we've experienced previously.
Yeah. So, coming back onto the game, absolutely 0 hope for Fulham. They did look slightly better against us as well, under Scott Parker.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Just a case of not getting battered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll set up not to get bad when
No.
they grab a point and they'll be happy.
Fulham both going down for you.
Yeah.
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 Right, that's that game covered. Probably the more attractive game of the 3 o'clock kickoffs on the Saturday is quite a tasty looking fixture again at Old Trafford with United coming up against Watford. Talk about Watford first. So Harvey, from a United fans' point of view, are there any danger men in Watford side that you'd be wary of?
Well, I think Deeney and sorry, Deeney and Gray definitely.
Deeney and Gray.
Yeah, because well, I mean, Gray's been scoring quite a few recently. And
Yeah.
he scored against Palace and scored against Everton.
Quite late goals as well, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, Deeney's he's a the drill superstar,
He is.
and obviously everyone knows.
He's very good the drill.
He's
That.
big.
Right. Coming on to United now. Coming back from the international break on the back of 2 consecutive losses to Arsenal and Wolves. Anything to worry about?
Well, 2 consecutive losses, becoming 3 consecutive losses.
Could be.
Yeah.
Half the ball.
Well, I think a few players have come back from international duty, haven't they? Because of injury.
Yeah, I've got quite a few.
So I think that's a good thing. Obviously not if they're injured, but like coming back.
There's an argument whether it's injured or
injured.
injured.
Yeah. Like coming back to preserve themselves for the game. I think we just need to. I mean, if we. I mean, it sounds very Mark-esque, but if we just like keep winning, then we'll get like Arsenal and Chelsea will drop points.
Yeah, I feel like.
So we just need to keep winning.
I feel like United are probably the best set.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
finish in the
Yeah,
top four.
I think as long as we don't drop points, Chelsea and Arsenal will be
Do you reckon
dropping.
3rd is a possibility? Spurs having to.
I mean, the way fucking Spurs have been recently, I won't put it.
I think Spurs have got to play Liverpool and City away as well.
Well, I think not. Like, I don't think United coming 3rd is like one. Like that's just one. Like, I think
From where
the others,
from where they were
others
is
can
the
come
seventh.
3rd as well. I don't think it's just like only United.
I think it's more. I think for 3rd it's pretty Arsenal, Tottenham or United. I don't think Chelsea really in the equation. But so still confident on top 4 then.
Not confident, but like wildly optimistic. Yeah. I like. It wouldn't surprise me. Like fucking hell, not top 4, but yeah, I mean, chuffed.
Sure. Nathan, you're United in top 4 for you.
Yeah.
Come there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think played well. I mean, last couple of games looked a bit flat.
The Arsenal game was a bit of a difficult one to look into, with obviously the Paris game beforehand, and so I didn't actually think United played that badly against Arsenal. Created some very good chances.
Fucking every post.
Lukaku, Fred at the post, and Rashford came close with a free kick. So then obviously Arsenal's goals were a penalty.
And Leno had a good game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lukaku
One of
fucking
his very few.
stuffed some chances.
Yeah. But the Wolves game in the cup was very lacklustre.
That was shit.
Wasn't great.
I fell asleep.
Back to the Louis van Gaal Red Army days. That game.
Yeah.
I miss Louis. I
I
don't.
was watching one of the Van Gaal's games today. It's like it was on Premier League greatest games on Sky. It was a 1-1 against Chelsea.
Oh no! I was funny story then. Well, it's not a funny story. It's just a story. I was actually in a pub in Windermere watching that. Quite a quiet pub.
Quite.
Yeah.
Classic late.
Not very full.
Tranquil.
And bearing in mind Van Persie scored quite late in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe how old would I have been at the time? 14, 15 maybe. Bit rowdy, had a couple of beers and Stood up and on the table all smack, and a few angry barmaids were giving me a bit of a dirty look. It's football. Emotion.
Football league.
Disgruntled the Swans.
Probably the biggest game of the weekend, moving on now, is Liverpool-Tottenham at Anfield.
Come on, Tottenham.
I won't, for the sake of the podcast, I won't agree with that statement, but we all know the feelings on that. Is this very much a top 4 decider for Spurs if they win, and a massive 3 points? Well, obviously it's a massive 3 points in any situation for Liverpool, but in terms of, right, we've beaten another top 6 team, we ain't going to let this slip now.
Go on,
I mean, if Liverpool lose on, is it Sunday?
I think it is Sunday, yeah.
And then you don't beat City, that's title over, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on the game, and City will play on the Saturday, wouldn't they?
Yeah, so City play first.
So if City win, that's a lot of
Which
pressure.
I think, when that's happened previously in the season, I don't think Liverpool responded to it that well.
No, they haven't. The
One when they
drew against Leicester.
after City had lost to Newcastle.
And then West Ham.
Yeah.
How many points ahead with Liverpool though?
They were
Yeah.
7 going into the game where they played City at the Etihad, which
Yeah.
obviously it could have been. They
Yeah, could have gone 10.
so you could have said they bottled a 10-point lead, really.
Yeah.
In
They
hindsight.
did.
But which,
It's ridiculous,
when you're bottling
isn't it?
10-point leads, do you deserve to be coming away as
Do you deserve the
Title
Premier League
league.
title as a Scouser?
There's your unbiased podcast.
There we
right?
go. There we go. So, talking about Liverpool then, are we? Tottenham on a say, pretty awful run of form at the minute, which doesn't really make sense when this run of form has coincided with the likes of Kane and Ali coming back from injury. How do you see them getting anything out of the game on Sunday?
I think they'll be up for it.
They have to come out of this run of form eventually.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
they?
sure.
Yeah.
Can I? The predicting the games after the international break are always quite different, especially
Yeah.
a game like this, because you never know who's reacted well to the international break.
Tottenham, they needed a break though, didn't
Yeah,
they? They won their run.
they did, yeah. Because sometimes, like when you're in a good run of form, you can come at a bad time, the international break. But I suppose in Tottenham's case, with the run that they've been on,
Yeah.
probably hasn't come at a bad time for them. And obviously, Kane keeping up his goal scoring as well
Yeah.
in a good match. So I suppose good times for Tottenham. So, if I had to ask a score prediction from you from that game,
Liverpool Tottenham.
Liverpool Tottenham.
Well, I don't know because
Off current form, I don't think either team's good enough to really dominate the game, are they?
No. Liverpool have been getting the results, just the performances haven't
Yeah.
necessarily been there. But I'm not too sure how long you can keep doing that.
I think 1-1.
1-1.
1-1. I think Spurs will come out early. Like you said, they're trying to get themselves out of this run of form.
Yeah.
And we'll go up the marsh. We'll bag an early goal first half. And then Liverpool score in the second. Quite late on. I reckon. Which I think is a good result. Sorry, Nathan.
No, like,
Is a good result for everyone bar Liverpool. Yeah.
Nathan?
2-1, I think. A bit similar
2.
trend.
Yeah, it helps if you do.
Liverpool. I was going to, I've got to develop a point.
Go on,
Okay.
sorry.
Point, evidence, explain. And then I mentioned Liverpool at some point.
Big massive
2-1 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool take the lead, and then they'll follow the trend and then scoring a goal later on with Martin banging it in.
He looks the only
being
one in that front
prick.
three that's playing up to scratch.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Yeah.
Best football player in the world,
Firmino
isn't he?
scored in his last 9 games. And Salah looks very, very,
Salah's been
very
shit.
poor.
Yeah. Yeah, they just look cool.
To be fair, I think especially, I think Matt was still last season said that he isn't actually that clinical.
Yeah,
himself.
we use.
He misses a lot more than he
We-
scores.
We got absolutely
Yeah,
crucified
against,
me and you for like the chat.
Against Everton, the Derby was fucking sticking everything at straight keep
Yeah.
from 2 yards out.
He definitely should have scored him.
Watching him against Leicester, he had about 5 one-on-ones and missed them all.
The thing is that
That's probably
I've
bad
noticed as well.
quality.
If you watch Liverpool now, he's that determined to try and score a goal.
He's not
It's costing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
likes of Mane and Firmino are probably in better positions
Yeah.
at the same time. Which, again, in the position that the team is in, the title race, it's
Yeah.
not the time to be getting.
So where is it? Is it how many he scored this season? 17.
But I think a lot of them have been penalties.
Yeah.
I think like 5 or 7 have been penalties.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, he wasn't a one-season wonder because obviously 17 goals, penalties and all. He's still a good season, isn't it?
Yeah.
For 'cause he's not a striker, is he? It's still a good season, but
It was just one of them very weird,
yeah.
unexplainable
One
seasons, which
season,
any
one
player
season.
can really have. Yeah.
Because I mean, to be fair, to score 32 goals in a
It's
season,
like 48 in all competitions.
yeah,
some shit.
32 in the Prem, and your team not win the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah, like because that was the season City got 100 fucking points, wasn't
It
it?
was. Yeah.
Like it was just a weird season.
Well, I was weird too.
So he's not a one-season wonder, but he's not.
Same as that season with Suarez though, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I think with Suarez, I think it was a bit different with Suarez. I think Suarez was always
he's just
Really
a
good.
Yeah,
player.
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Club
Though,
world-class player.
still didn't win the league, really, did he?
yeah. That was thanks to Steven Gerrard.
Mm. Yeah.
I suppose.
Who are you completely impartial about? You respect him as a midfielder and you think he's a great
Fuck it,
player.
I'm gonna get biased. Right. The only saving grace for me as a United fan. This is the only time I'm getting biased throughout the entire podcast. The only saving grace for me as a United fan is if Liverpool do win the league, that twat hasn't won it.
Yeah, Gerrard hasn't won it. Yeah. He'd
That's
fucking
the-
act like it.
Oh, and
Social
he'd be
media.
there on Anfield with fucking shin pads on. The fucking point of John Terry with one shot. That was
Yeah.
embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
That was awful.
That was embarrassing.
But partial rant over.
Mm.
Right, so we've covered the quite a few games of the upcoming weekend. What I want to ask you now is the season has just gone so far. Obviously, there's still a few games to go. If you had to choose a manager of the year and give a reason, who would it be? Harvey, I'll come to you first.
I think I don't think any of the top 6 managers deserve it. I mean, Ollie's not been there long enough. City and Liverpool, despite being top 2, probably underperformed.
Yeah.
Football hasn't been Arsenal and Chelsea, shit. So I think it falls then to 7th, which is Wolves.
Wolves.
Nuno Espirito Santo,
There we go.
whatever his name is. I think they didn't have a championship side. It was always better than the championship side. But having said that, obviously you get Premier League teams when they play against championship teams and the clubs still get beat. I think even though they didn't have a championship side and it was probably Premier League, had to deliver when he got there.
Yeah.
And he has delivered.
Yeah.
And he's, despite being numerous points behind the top 6,
Yeah.
he's still like.
Which
Best
really
levels.
no other team that isn't in the top 6 is getting in the
No,
top 6.
no,
It's
exactly.
nailed on.
So he's.
One vote for Nuno.
Mm.
Nathan?
I think I'd have to agree. Like you say, regardless of top 6 and how they perform, they're set, aren't they? And coming 7th with a team like Wolves, who were in the Championship last season, is an impressive achievement by any stretch and any manager. So yeah, I agree with Harvey.
Good.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what it. I'd probably, again, I'd have to agree. I think from any side coming up from the Championship to almost have the first season back in the Prem after nearly 8 years, something like that, last time they were in the Prem.
Many.
Yes,
Um,
time.
And then to finish your season as the best of the rest in the league
Yeah.
is something that's massively impressive, and I don't think it should go unnoticed. And of course, in the semi-final of the FA Cup as well.
Who we got in the semi-final? Do we know?
Watford.
Oh, no.
Brighton, City and Watford.
2 W's.
I mean, if City don't win it in that,
It's very true.
something wrong, isn't there?
But again, staying with Wolves, I'd agree with Harvey in the fact that it wasn't a Championship team. However, the additions that they've made, the likes of Valentino and players like that. So, very, very good season for Wolves. And again, I don't think you can look past Nuno as the manager of the year. So, staying with the of the year topic. Player of the year. As it is coming to awards time this season as well. I do have a player in mind, and I don't really want to say it.
I think I have a player in mind. I think it could be the same as your player.
Come on,
Oh, we suck each other off.
What?
Bloody hell.
centre back.
No,
No.
actually. Were you going to say Van Dijk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said it now, so I might as well explain it.
Yeah, apologies.
Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because I'm not biased today. I would have to go for Van Dijk. I just think from coming in when he did last season, he just completely transformed Liverpool's team. And when you watch him, he's that back four, and I think if you take him out, they are again back to scrapping for top four.
Before he came,
Yeah.
Liverpool's defence was.
Oh, it was an absolute shambles.
It was awful.
And it's not often that defenders do get recognised, especially in terms of awards and stuff. But yeah, I really don't think you can look past him. Mate, I think Aguero's massively underrated.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
I think he always has been. Well, go on, if you're saying Aguero.
Well, I mean, no other reason. He's goal scoring. Like, I think. I mean, I don't think top scorer should automatically be player of the season, but it just so happens that he is top scorer, and you know, he's just a player. Like I said, he's always been. He's not underrated.
I don't think he gets as much appreciation.
Yeah,
as he
it
should.
doesn't.
Like when you hear people talking in the conversation for the best Premier League striker of all time, I don't think he's ever in the conversation.
Like, however, like Suarez before, how much he fucking rimmed when he was at Liverpool. And I think, Aguero does what Suarez does.
Yeah.
Season.
Not so much now, but especially in his first few years at City, for him to miss. He score a load of goals, get injured, come back, and he's still been netting about 25 goals a season, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's
good. So got one defender.
But also, it was nice to watch Van Dijk fuck up against Fulham.
Yeah.
It's the first mistake.
I don't think that was entirely his fault.
I think it was pretty.
I just say as well, Alisson is not as good as people make out.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You should have caught that from Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Communication.
Sure.
Talk from an early age.
It's your job.
Chris Kirkland would have done that.
Chris Kirkland. Biggest panic gash.
Neither did Ali
Honestly,
Al-Hassi.
God. Ali Al-Hassi, man.
Right, so we've got one vote for a defender, me and Van Dijk. Harvey, one for a striker in Aguero. Oh, steady on. You're United. And Nathan.
In the far similar suits Harvey with a striker. say Sadio Mane.
Sadio
I
Mane.
think at times to see, especially recently with
Best football player in the world.
Sadio Mane is the best football player in the world. I don't do if buts and maybes, they're absolutes.
If you hadn't had but she doesn't, so she's not. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Not really, but I love the way you say it. Yeah, I think at times this season, especially recently with the form Liverpool have been in, he's carried that front three. And they've been so good over the years and scored a lot of important goals for Liverpool. Consistently performed for them this season.
Right. So we've got vote for Van Dijk, vote for Mane, and vote for Aguero. So I'll take it all three of them would get into a combined Premier League 11 for this season.
Well, we're doing Premier League.
Yeah.
I love it now. That's good. I enjoy it.
So just throw them in straight away. So we get Van Dijk in the centre half,
Yep.
Aguero up front,
Yep.
Mane on the left.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper, just think quick.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say David De Gea on what, so I think Nathan should pick the goalkeeper.
David De Gea.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt that De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the world. However,
Yep.
based on the season, the amount of goals United have conceded, not necessarily always fault.
Yeah, that's not down to him. That's more down to our defence being fucking wank.
Very true.
Then again, if I'm going off clean sheets, I think Alisson's top of that, and I don't really rate Alisson.
No, Alisson doesn't deserve
as
to
many
be
as.
Yeah, because he's got fucking Van Dijk in front
It's
of
very
him.
true.
And De Gea's got.
Fuck it, Dave's in.
Yeah.
Dave is in. Right, so De Gea in. Obviously got centre half and Van Dijk. Right back. I got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Crystal Palace have had another decent season
Yeah.
for a team.
I'd be inclined to agree with you, right?
Yeah.
Aaron
Get him
Wan-Bissaka.
in.
So Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Van Dijk, who's centre half.
I think. Oh. I don't know.
Phil Jones.
Well, yeah. I would say
him.
him, but he, like, he's too obvious a choice. So I think it'd be.
Personally, I'd go for Laporte. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's had a decent season at City and he's popped up with some pretty important goals at the same time.
Well, Dejan Lovren's the best centre back
Yeah,
in the
he's
world,
the
isn't he?
best.
So I don't think you can look past him.
No, yeah, but not, if you're doing a world 11, Nathan, I mean,
Yeah.
it would have to be Lovren and Jones.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would. Actually.
But Premier League,
Yeah.
got to keep it mildly fair.
Yeah.
Left back,
Luke Shaw.
Chance.
straight in there.
Luke Shaw.
Sure.
Because I mean, and this isn't just a biased selection. I think he's finally come back from injury and had a decent run and run of games, and he's just been as close to the Luke Shaw everyone expected when he came to. He's been absolutely class. He's
probably been the only one consistent player.
Yes. He's been absolutely class.
Nathan.
I love the guy.
Left back. Robertson's done well.
Yeah.
He's a young lad.
Yeah, but he's just Scouser.
And he's
He's a
Scottish.
young lad. Alright.
Yeah.
Xenophobes. He's done well. Young
Xenophobes.
lad. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Xenophobia.
Yes.
Xenophobia
Yes.
is a fear of the East.
Absolutely.
Actually, do this like.
No. Absolutely. Go on to right mid.
Xenophobia is a fear
Go
of
on
the
to right mid.
East.
That's why Nathan
You
researched
spelled
the
it wrong, you twat.
definition of xenophobia. We'll move across.
No, fuck off! What? I got a... No.
Harvey, we're just moving on to right mid. Right. So Harvey, who's your favourite right mid?
Fuck off. Favourite right mid. Well, I mean, Mane's. Oh, he's left.
You put him on the right if you want.
Yeah, right. No, on the right.
Pace dependent.
Hang on, what formation are we playing?
That is true.
Who's inside this?
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Yeah.
Right.
Classic, we are English.
You're English. Brexit football.
Hard Brexit.
Well, all I'm saying is Miss May's too, because she seems to fear the East.
Okay. So, right mid.
Bernardo Silva.
Oh.
I think he's just a consistent player in a City team.
Oh yeah, he's a good player.
No other right mid springs to mind as having a standout season.
No.
So I think he's just always there, isn't he? For
Yeah.
drops up with assists and goals around him. So
Milner.
James Milner, fuck off. Boring cunt.
It was a bit of a joke, Harley.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You don't joke about James
Yeah,
Milner. He's
He's
just
really
a
going
swat.
hard on that.
Right winger.
Bernardo Silva.
He's that bored. He shouldn't be allowed to be the topic of a joke.
He's not even that boring of a
He's
guy.
I like the shout out Bernardo Silva.
Thank you.
Did
Like the shout out James Milner.
but I like bend it a bit. I'd probably go for Raheem Sterling on the right. Obviously, you can play
Fair enough.
right or left. But I think if this team is playing, I think if you got Mane and Sterling out wide, you're causing anyone trouble. Really.
Yeah.
Central midfielders.
I think.
I don't think anyone will be putting Kante in the team this season.
Oh, Stan Kante, just shut up. Bloody Kante. He's not a good footballer. Just runs around like
Let's hope Hannah Joey Brown doesn't watch.
I hope he does.
He will be crying.
Crying himself to sleep or coming over a picture of Kante.
I think for his exploits under Ali, I'd probably go Pogba.
I was.
We all in agreement with Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Okay. Alongside him, who are we going to go for?
I mean, I'm split between a few.
Go on.
Gundogan or Gundogan, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Probably Gundogan.
Gundogan. Yeah. Okay.
Good shout.
David Silva. I don't actually know how much he's played this year, but he's played well when he has.
Yes, very true.
And Watford's Pereira.
Imagine doing something.
Yeah, gosh, you can, mate.
I'll stay.
Neves. Bruno Neves.
Oh, good shout. Very good
Yeah.
shout. That is a very, very good shout. I'll probably have to go with Harvey on that one, mate.
Yeah, no, okay.
Nevers.
No, really, is it? It's just
Okay.
careful.
So we've already got Aguero up front. Who we're going to start alongside him?
Well, it depends.
There's a couple obvious options.
Depends on context, really, doesn't it? Because
Well,
if
just
we're
picking a
What's the
striker.
context?
well, I mean, if we're picking a striker for goals,
Yeah,
then-
that's normally why you pick them.
yeah, well then surely you follow suit and pick Aubameyang, who's next
Yeah.
in line with the top goal scorers list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you're not someone who's scoring goals, then it's a better all-round game.
Well, then that's what I mean. That's the
Maybe
context.
there's an underrated shout, Raul
Okay.
Jimenez or someone like that.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's where the debate lies, isn't it, with strikers?
Yeah.
Do you want someone who just
Yeah,
scores
yeah,
goals,
yeah.
or do you want someone that does it all?
You've already got a 20-goal season striker in there, so
That's true. Yeah, I haven't got that now. For the goal.
Aubameyang for goals. Nathan?
yeah, going for goals. So, good shout.
Whatever I go for, I'm outruled, so...
You are.
Short podcast, do
Is-
we want, mate?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
alright,
I have the rules. You're the referee, you're the linesman.
I'll leave it. I'll go, I'm happy to go with Aubameyang.
It is.
Even if he's a bit of a tapping merchant, but just got 25 tappings a season, you know.
Yeah,
Right, so let's just quick run through the teams. We've got David De Gea in net,
you do.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, Luke Shaw at left back.
That really annoyed me, sorry mate. You went Saka at right back,
Sorry,
Luke Shaw at left
sorry.
back.
Yeah, but if
No, that's right, 'cause it's on the camera.
Yeah. No, I wasn't really thinking.
Yeah, but if, yeah, but he's gone David De Gea, Saka, Luke Shaw.
Right, so De Gea,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka,
Yeah.
Luke Shaw,
Yeah.
Van Dijk.
Mm-hmm.
Who you go for? Laporte.
Laporte.
We'll go for Laporte. Mane.
Yep.
Sterling.
Yep.
Neves. Pogba.
Yep.
And a front two with Aubameyang and Aguero.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah, that's fine.
Happy days. Right, and to finish the podcast, we will have a quick fire prediction for the round of fixtures for this weekend. So, Fulham City.
3-1 City.
3-1 City.
4-0 City.
4-0. Brighton Southampton.
1-1.
2-2.
Oh!
Goals, I'm telling you.
Again.
3-2 Southampton. Burnley Wolves.
2-0 Wolves.
3-1 Wolves.
2-1 Burnley.
Oh!
I think Wolves are really good against the top 6, but I think they do struggle against the
Burnley's just struggling though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's very true. Crystal Palace versus Huddersfield.
1-0 Palace.
1-1.
3-1 Palace. Leicester Bournemouth.
2-1 Leicester.
You found character.
2-0 Leicester.
2-0 Leicester. I'll go 2-0 Leicester. United Watford.
2-1 United.
2-1 Watford.
Oh! I'll go 1-0 United, I think. I'll nick it. West Ham Everton.
Oh, I couldn't give a shit. They're both awful to watch. I hate every second of that game.
Go.
0-0.
0-0.
Rubbish.
1-0 West Ham.
Will be Leicester.
West Ham.
Oh, 1-0 West Ham. Cardiff Chelsea.
4-0 Cardiff.
2-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Cardiff.
Really?
Yeah. And big one of the weekend. We already covered. Liverpool Tottenham.
1-1. Like I said before.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1. I'll go 1-0 Tottenham. And the Monday Night Football, which is Arsenal at home to Newcastle. Can make it difficult for sides Newcastle.
I'm going to go 1-0 to the Magpies.
Why I man?
Let's fucking have it.
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Right, that concludes the first ever Prem preview podcast. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing but fun.
Fun and orange juice.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm a good host. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.
We just did a synchronised nod then, right?
Did we?
I know it as well.